Dr. Minoru Kasai. Dr. Minoru Kasai found his love of Gandhi and his thoughts when he was a student at Banaras Hindu University in the early 1960s. Born in Ichinosuke in northern Japan, Dr. Kasai was brought up in Shanghai, China. He graduated from the International Christian University in 1958 and then studied religion at the Princeton Theological Seminary during 1958 to 60. He spent the next 6 years at the College of Indology, Banaras Hindu University and obtained his doctorate in 1966. It was during these 6 years that Dr. Kasai turned into an ardent Gandhian and a Gandhian scholar. Dr. Kasai believes that Gandhiji is the converging point of diverse cultures. In his speeches and publications, he strives to portray Gandhiji as a universal figure and an eternal witness to man's sincere prayers for the redemption of suffering humanity. As a thinker and philosopher, Dr. Kasai has, through his lectures and publications, helped create a better understanding of Indian and Gandhian ideologies among the Japanese society, especially among its youth. His mission in life continues to spread Gandhiji's revolutionary message and vision in a number of countries, including America, Philippines, South Africa, and India. Dr. Kasai has been associated with International Christian University, Tokyo, Japan since 1968 and is currently its Professor Emeritus. Dr. Kasai has been actively conducting monthly studies on Gandhiji at the university. He is also involved in the Sarvodaya movement, inspired and founded by late Reverend Fuji. Dr. Kasai is very keen for reconciliation and creative coexistence beyond hatred with forgiveness on conflicts between China and Japan in the true Gandhian spirit. Dr. Kasai rejoices in the fact that Gandhian thought and ideology is still alive and relevant for today's world, and people around the world see the Asian face of Christ in the saintly visage of Gandhi.
I'm so blessed in my student days encountering the true teachers and friends, classmates, hostelmates, and above all, Gandhiji in India and through India. Both my wife and I are so grateful to this blessing for India. At the same time, I have been somehow most radically exposed to reality of Martin Luther King's spiritual movement in America from 1955, 1968, and Edosa Revolution, 1986 in the Philippines, and Rainbow Revolution from 1919 to 1999 in the South Africa. The more I exposed reality, so much inspired by Gandhiji in this radical revolution, the more I am aware of Gandhiji as the universal human figure. Then, strangely enough, which may be very difficult to understand you, as a Japanese, I find Gandhiji's position and prayers of the victims of Hiroshima, Nagasaki, of the heavens burned red and body melted, converges. Both Gandhi's position and the face of the victims of total loss, total destruction, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, reveal very vividly blessing of the givenness of reality given by God as a truth. This is my conviction, and it's so much prayer that light from and through Gandhiji shines in the darkness of the suffering world, among the suffering people. And this blessing as a reality here and now, which is radically different from the human-made ideologies such as capitalism, Marxism, liberalism, and even including religion. This reality is very much here and now. So my prayer is that than anything else to be awakened for this reality here and now, to live worthy of that. Well, my speech very small, very short, and I'm so thankful for your patient listening. And I conclude with thanks and prayers.